In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to use InVideo. InVideo is an online video editor that you can access straight from your browser, so you don't need a powerful computer to run it. With InVideo, you also get access to thousands of video editing templates, as well as over 1 million royalty-free images and videos that you can access straight from InVideo and put into your content. Now in this tutorial, we're going to be creating a project from start to finish, and if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button down below. And with that being said, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go on the InVideo website. And as you can see, there are a ton of templates that are already readily available for you to use. And so for example, what I've done is I've looked for a tips template. And if I play it, you can see that there's already a template ready. And this one is for making tip videos. But because we're doing a tutorial, we're going to be creating a video from scratch. And so what you want to do is you want to click on blank canvas. And then we're going to choose the 16:9 aspect ratio and click on make a video, and it's going to load up the InVideo editor. Now the first thing we're going to do is quickly go over the workspace. Now what's really nice about the InVideo workspace is that it's very simple. So on the left side you have all of the media that you need. So you have videos, images, music, and one thing you should notice is that there's already tracks and videos and clips available for you to use that are copyright free, and you can find them straight from these tabs over here, but you can also add your own content. And moving along, there's text, there's different templates that we could add. And here what we can do is we can upload our own video clips, which is what I've done. And I'll put a link to these clips in the description as well. But if you want to upload something, all you do is click on upload files, and then you can add it and it'll show up. Now, if we click on the more tab, we can also access things such as stickers and overlays. So overlays are different kinds of effects that you can add on top of your videos, as well as shapes, masks, collages, but that's basically all of the content that you can add. Now the way InVideo works is that it's made up of different scenes. And so each scene, if we click on this one, is basically a bunch of different elements that form a video. So for this scene, we have the text over here, as well as the logo and the background. And if we click on the scene, we can see all the scene settings on the right side over here. So I could just click on this text and then delete it by pressing the delete key, and the text is gone. And same with the logo. And over here, what you can basically see is all of our scenes, as well as a voiceover, which in this case right now is a background song. So I'm just going to click on that and click delete to get rid of that. And now we have a blank scene. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a commercial. And so to make this commercial, we're going to need 3 different video scenes. So all I'm going to do is click the add scene button 2 more times, like so. So we're going to add the 3rd scene as well. And then we can go over here and go to this 100% and just zoom out of our timeline like so we can see everything. Now moving along, we also have the option to add our voiceover, which could be a song as well as add a scene. And then what we can do is we can go back. We can play all the scenes from the start, or we can play the current scene. And then on the right side, you're going to see the editing panel for all of the different elements. So right now, for example, if we click on this scene, we can see all of the elements and we can see them in a layer style. And then we can also just click on each individual element like so. And then what we can do is we can see the editing effects for that certain element. So right now I have the text selected, so it's showing me the different text edits I can make. Now, if you have multiple layers, you can also move the layers up and down, as well as undo, redo, and delete that element. So as you can see, I just deleted the text. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building out our commercial, and I'm going to make all of these scenes empty. So I'm going to click on this logo and click delete. And then for the middle scene, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on the text and delete, and click on the logo and click delete. And we'll leave the background for now because there's nothing in that scene. So now what you have to do is you have to add your own video elements by going to upload, but I've already done that. And if we go into videos, what we can see is if we look up hot air balloon, the clips I used were copyright free, so you can find them here as well. And so I'm going to find the one that I used, and we're going to be making a Volkswagen commercial with hot air balloons. It's not a real commercial, but for this purpose, it'll be great. And so once you find the one with the van over here, to add a video clip to a scene, make sure the scene is selected and then drag the video to your canvas and it's going to fall into place. And here what we can do is we can choose how much of the clip we want. So we only want the first, let's say 8 seconds. And then we can also speed up the clip. So we're going to make it 1.5x and we're going to click on done. And now that video is going to be added to our scene. And as we can see, it's 5 seconds long and 790 milliseconds. So we're just going to move the scene length to match the length of the video like so. And now this scene, if we play it, will be just this video clip. And what you can see is that you can add a ton of edits to this clip on the right side. So if we wanted to, we could change the media, and of course we can crop it, as well as add a blur, change the speed, resize, and add animations. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to add a fade in animation to this video clip. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the video animation is in because it's fading in, and we're going to do a fade in, and we're going to make it 1 second long. And now it should automatically fade in within the first second, like so. So now that we've added the fade, we're going to add the remaining 2 clips. So I'm just going to go into the uploads because they're easier to find there. And I'm going to add in the clip of the balloons being set up over here by clicking on this scene and then dragging this video onto it like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to trim this video so it's just the first about 6 seconds. And if I click on play now, you can see this is where they're setting up the balloons, and I'm going to speed this up and I'm going to click on done. And the scene automatically becomes the length of the video clip I'm using. What I can also do is I can move this to the front or to the back if I wanted to. So I'm actually going to move this to the front because this is our first clip because they're setting up the balloons. And then when we go back into the second clip, what we can also do is we can see that if we go into media over here and then we click on it, we can go to video animations and we can remove the animation and we can bring it over here to the front by clicking on the first layer, going to the video clip, going to video animation, and then doing a fade in. And then finally, we're going to add our third clip, which is going to be just the balloons flying. So I'm going to click on the scene and then drag that video clip onto my scene. And we're just going to play this for about 4 seconds. And we're going to click on done. And now that clip is added. And we also have to fade this clip out. So we're going to go into video animation. This time we're doing a fade out. So we're going to click on out and we're going to do a fade out like so. And we'll make it a little bit longer and we'll click outside and it should save our animation. And now we've added all of our video clips. So if we play this, for example, you're going to see it fade out at the end like so. So now we have the video clips of our commercial done. Now what I'm going to show you quickly is how to add video overlays and effects. And there's of course a ton of different ones you can add. For example, if you wanted to add a sticker, you could go to bus and then you can look for a bus sticker and you can just drag it on like so and it's going to add it. But we are making a commercial, so we're not adding stickers. I just wanted to show you how to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to add an overlay and we're going to look up light and we're going to add this like glare effect to the first clip. And so to add it, all we have to do is drag it on. And if we play this clip now, we can see that the light is very, very bright. And so we're going to turn down the intensity. And so the effect is already selected. So all we have to do is go to colors and drag down the opacity. And we're going to make it around 10%. And now if we play this scene, we can see the light effect is still there, but it looks pretty nice. And it's not interfering with the main clip. Now, another effect that you can add to your main video clips is collages and different overlays. So for example, if we go into masks, we can see different like video masks and overlays that we can add on top that will change the shape of the video. And we can also do this by going into collage and having multiple video clips at once. So if I wanted to make this a collage, for example, all I would have to do is click on the collage button with the scene selected. And now there's space for another video clip. So if I was to go into my uploads, for example, I could drag this hot air balloon clip earlier on and I can click on replace and just click done and it'll add this other video clip. But right now it's not fully cropped in. So once we click on this clip, we can also go to the video resizing options and then go to crop to screen like so. And now we have a collage of 2 different video clips that are playing at the same time like so. So I'm just going to undo this because we don't need a collage for this commercial, but I just wanted to show you how stickers and overlays and masks work. So with that collage example, you can see it's very simple to change the way a scene looks, and it's very easy to add and replace clips as well. Now the next step, now that we have the video component done, is to add some music. And so to do that, we have to make sure our song is uploaded, or we can go to the music tab over here and choose a song that we want to add. But we're just going to stick to our royalty-free music from Chill Out Records. And to add it, all you have to do is click on it like so, and it's going to be added to wherever your timeline is. And we're just going to drag this clip to the start. Now, if we also wanted to, we could add music by going to the add voiceover button. And here we could have just uploaded a new file or imported from my uploads, and it would have loaded up the same page. So we've already added our music just by clicking on it. And to edit it, all you have to do is click on the edit button like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to trim it. So we're going to trim it to about 16 seconds. And so all we have to do is drag this trimmer until the time shows up, like so. And then we're going to click on done. And so now our music has been added. And as you can tell, it's pretty loud. So to make it lower, we're just going to click on it again. And the settings for the music is going to pop up on the right side. And we're just going to drag the audio volume down to maybe 20%. And we're going to keep it the way it is, but you could add a fade if you wanted to as well. And that's everything we're doing for the music. Now the next step is to add some text. And the text editing is really cool because they have a lot of animations available. So what you can do is you can go to text, and of course you could add a heading in the normal way just by clicking the plus button, and you can see the text show up, and then you can go over here and add all of the edits. But I wanted to show you something even cooler since they already have pre-built templates. So I'm just going to go to this text placeholder and delete it. And here I'm going to use this Karen Weber template. And I'm just going to drag this to my scene like so. And then within the actual canvas, you can also move things around like so. So I'm just going to move the Karen Weber text to the middle, and it's going to snap into place. And then I'm also going to drag it out like so to make it bigger. And as you can see, everything intelligently fits the screen and adjusts its proportions so that you don't have to do it piece by piece. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select the Karen Weber text, and we're going to change what it says. So once you click on it on the right side in the editing panel, everything's going to pop up automatically. And we're just going to type live happily and click on save like so. And we're going to go to style, and I'm going to change the font to Oxanium. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And we'll keep the font size the way it is. And then we can go to colors, and I'm just going to make it white. Same with the box colors. So that's the first box. And then the second one is going to be the subtext, and I'm going to make it say with Volkswagen, and then click save like so. And we're also going to change the style to the same font and the colors to white as well, like so. Now if we play the text, what we're going to see is we're going to see an animation as well because it's already been built into the template, like so. But as we can see, it doesn't fade out. So that's an animation we have to add on our own. And to do that, all we have to do is click on the first piece of text, go into animation, go into animation out, and we're just going to fade it out so it's simpler, and we're going to click on out. And then I'm also going to go to the text box animation, which are these boxes, and make that fade out as well, like so. And then I'm going to click on the second text box, which is the with Volkswagen, because it's a different box that's a part of this template. I'm going to go to animation, I'm going to go to out, and we're going to fade that one out as well, like so. And now if we play it, it should all fade out. So there you have it. As you can see, it's now fading out as well. And now we have our text, our music, as well as our video clips added and edited. The final thing to do is to preview our commercial by clicking on play all scenes. And we can see the clips. So this one has like the lens flare on it. That's the second clip with the bus that we added. And then the final clip. Like so. And that looks good to me. And so if we wanted to play around with this, we could, but now I'm going to show you how to export this project. So all you have to do is go to export, and it's going to load up the video. And here you can choose if you want to download it or if you want to share it with your different social media sites. So I'm just going to click on this pencil icon and change this to Volkswagen commercial. That's just the name of the file. And then once everything is ready, you can click the download button and be able to download it. But that's about it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching. My name is Ziovo, and I'm signing out.